I would like to thank everyone for being here today on behalf of the Greater Muscatine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We are really honored to be a part of this ribbon cutting ceremony and dedication. This is just another perfect example of how supportive our community partners are of these initiatives in invigorating our community and improving the lives of our community members. So we are so grateful to the Community Foundation and for the Rotary Club of Muscatine for inviting us to be here today to be part of this event. And I will now pass off to Mariah Ellis with the Community Foundation, and she can speak more about this Pocket Park project specifically.
Okay, so we are so excited to be here with you all today to celebrate this milestone for the project. This Pocket Park is part of a broader project called Ignite Vitality Mulberry, which started when the Iowa Economic Development Authority approached Muscatine about piloting a neighborhood revitalization project. This neighborhood was chosen in part because of its proximity to Jefferson Elementary School and the neighborhood's population of children. It's actually part of the biggest hotspot of K-12 kids in Muscatine, according to a recent enrollment study from the school district. The neighborhood has 175 homes, and 3 out of 4 of those homes were built before 1939. So it's a very historic core to Muscatine neighborhood. Since this project began, a lot of behind-the-scenes work has been going on, and now we're excited to celebrate this milestone. We anticipate wrapping up the project as a whole in 2027, and over $11 million is being invested in this area over the course of the project. You'll have the opportunity to learn more about Ignite Vitality by joining one of the bus tours after the remarks and the ribbon cutting. You'll get to see progress, hear project details, and see Ignite Vitality in action. This neighborhood revitalization project is all about helping kids and families succeed through investments in their housing, local businesses, and infrastructure. And what better way to encapsulate those essential connections that kids need to thrive than in a park? This park used to be an empty lot, and before that was a falling down house. We are excited to see it become more than that for the children who live around here, many of whom attend Jefferson Elementary just down the road over there. Jefferson students were actually able to participate in the design of this park as well. A few of the art classes voted on the colors of the play equipment you see behind me. Do you think they made a good choice?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. The park was funded by a community development block grant from the state of Iowa, as well as our local Rotary Club and a community human-powered and public transportation grant. This park, like the broader Ignite Vitality project, was able to happen thanks to a robust capital stack. In addition to what you see here today, the park will also have free public Wi-Fi available, as well as a history display about the neighborhood, which will highlight significant locations in the area's history. For example, did you know that Jefferson used to be located just a block up the road here at Orange and 7th? I didn't know that before I started looking into the history. We'll add some other finishing touches this fall as well, including a second bench and hopefully some grass as well. Some grass would probably be nice. This park is now a space for neighbors to gather, kids to play, and the community to connect. So thank you all so much for celebrating the opening of this park with us. Next, I'd like to introduce Mark Roberts, the president of the Muscatine Rotary Club.
So I'll start out with some of you may not know who Rotary is, and I thought I'd start with that. So Rotary is a non-sectarian fellowship of 1.1 million people worldwide, and what we do as clubs is work toward peace and work toward polio eradication. A lot of other things besides that, but those are 2 primary things. What we've done is last year Rotary clubs across the world contributed $50 million to the eradication of polio, and we're almost there. It's almost eradicated. And those funds were matched by a 2-to-1 grant from the Gates Foundation. So trying to make a difference. Next step for us is hepatitis for Rotary. So we're going to work towards eradicating hepatitis. Rotary is not Romeo. We're not rich old men eating out. We're a diverse group of members here in Muscatine, and we'd love to have you join one of our meetings sometime. So our theme for this year, or our president's message, is Unite for Good. And what we're trying to do is projects like this fit in with that Unite for Good theme. So what we did as a club is request a grant, and that comes from money from some of the members here in the Rotary Club of Muscatine, and go out to across the whole world for grants. A lot of that comes back to Muscatine and to Iowa. And we used some of those funds to help pay for the sensory equipment here. So we provided over $6,000 of funds for the sensory equipment. And we worked with the city of Muscatine to do that and helped make sure that we were doing the right things. It goes back, and I want to thank Naomi DeWinter and Jody Royal Goodwin for working with us. So Naomi was actually started this grant process for Rotary in her 23 year as club president. So these things take a long time, but it's good to see it come to fruition at this point. So with that, I will turn it over to Jody.
So thank you all for being here, and thanks, Mark, for talking about what the Rotary contributed. On behalf of the city of Muscatine, thank you all for taking the time out of your day to join us and officially open this park. This space is more than a playground. It's part of a holistic neighborhood revitalization initiative strengthening both the environment, and the resources available to residents. As Mariah noted, the playground has depended on a number of partnerships, and the Community Foundation, MCSA, Rotary, Bi-State Regional Planning Commission, MPW, and others. But I also want to take a time to thank some of the city staff, both the firefighters, the fire department for helping us identify the naming of this park, but also Melissa Baker from the Parks Department for making sure we had a quality park in the end. Tyson Wedekin and his crew from Public Works for making sure that the finishing touches were done. Oftentimes when I said, hey, can you do this tomorrow? And Kevin Kuhn for managing the sidewalk reconstruction project and designing the park finish work. And Andrew, Rob, and Melissa, I really have to say thank you to for my team for coming out and not revolting when I volunteered them for team leading at the last minute last week. And that's to plant these bushes over here. So it wasn't without some sweating. Now I'm especially honored to share that this park will officially be known as the Cruz Memorial Park. As a lasting tribute to former city employee who gave everything for our community. Many of you may know that firefighter Mark Cruzy lost his life battling a blaze just across the street here 23 years ago, just days after the 1-year anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks. Today we pause to remember not only Mike's bravery, but also the courage and sacrifice of all firefighters who dedicate their lives to protecting others. We are deeply honored to have members of the Cruzy family with us today, including Laura, Katie, Noni, Marcia, Lynn, Scott, Ed, Tammy, Tanya, and to anyone else I didn't catch your name when I talked to you. I apologize, but we do appreciate you taking the time and coming out with us today. Thank you all for joining us and allowing Mike's name to live on here, a place where children will play, neighbors will gather, and new memories will be created. And I saw this in real time on Saturday as I was watering the grass and the tree bushes. We had our first couple of visitors who really enjoyed playing on the playground while their parents chatted. At this time, it is my privilege to invite Mike Hartman from the Muscatine Fire Department to share more about his friend, colleague, Mike Cruzy, and the enduring legacy he leaves behind.
Thank you, Jody. I am honored to be here today. I appreciate everybody showing up, spending a little bit of time on a Monday lunchtime to be here. So let's talk a little bit about Mike Cruz. Mike Cruz was more than a coworker to me. He was a valuable mentor as well. I carry his words and memory with me and think of him often. I challenged myself to think of one word to describe Mike, and I ended up choosing the word caring. I strived to emulate Mike's caring character. He was happiest when we all got along, supported each other. He'd get frustrated when we didn't support each other. The best memories I have of Mike are tied to his belief that we exist to serve others. When I worked with Mike, he shared many words of wisdom. I did not heed them all, but I took his encouragement to care for others to heart. He believed that to be a good leader, you had to really care for those around you. I carry that to this day and recognize caring as a core element of servant leadership. Mike was an excellent example of that. Caring is not something that Mike only did on duty. He was a huge supporter of the Special Olympics and was a friend to all. It was not unusual to have somebody wave and yell, "Hi, Mike!" as we were driving the engine around town. Sometimes, this is a surprise, sometimes firefighters tease each other. Everyone who worked with Mike had a story of a prank related to his focus on cleaning. Even his desire for cleanliness, though, was an act of caring. He revealed to me one day that he cleaned so much because he had a family member who had a medical condition that was made worse in dusty environments. Mike had a strong desire to care for others. That drove his actions with his family, the community, and was a reason why he joined the fire department. Watching out for others and doing the right thing were common discussion topics for Mike, discussions driven by his caring attitude. As we dedicate this space to his name, let us also dedicate this space to his character. If you play here, play in a way that shows you care. The next time you pass this spot, please be inspired to do a good turn to someone around you. Show those around you that you care. As I wrap up my part of the ceremony, I challenge you to follow Mike's example and go out there and care for others. Join me in making this day as much about sharing Mike's spirit of caring as it is about immortalizing his name. And I thank you for this opportunity. It's now my pleasure to introduce our City Council member and Mayor Pro Tem, Angie Lewis.
Good day, everyone. I am truly excited about the future of this neighborhood. The development of this park is a major step towards increasing the vitality of our community. It reflects our shared vision for Muscatine as a place where everyone can work, grow, and play. This project is not about a green space. It's about providing a meaningful, amenity and recreational opportunity for the residents of Muscatine. It is about investing in our area that has been long overlooked. And I ensure that families here, especially the kiddos, have access to the resources they need to thrive. This park will be a key asset for the school, the neighbors, and importantly, the success of our children who will grow up playing, learning, and dreaming here. Together, we are building more than just a park. We are building opportunity, hope, and a stronger community for the future. And I'm done talking because it's hot out here and I want to get you guys out of the sun. So thank you for coming today, and I'm very excited.
All right, you go ahead and cut it. Go for it. One, two, three. Our next group will be Rotary Club. Oh, wait, think again.
All right.
Thank you, Rotary Club. If you would like to take a bus tour, you can head towards 6th Street and wait for the first bus.
I'm going to get